Hey guys, in case you're wondering why in my first video, my hair looks so greasy and messy and why I may not sound as happy as I should. I know I'm not one of those storytime YouTubers or something like that, but this is something serious. And it's not just me, it's a lot of people that are affected by this. Like a lot of people, my life has been affected by depression and anxiety. Some of you guys may not take it seriously because it doesn't affect you, but look around. Some people can't leave their house, their room. Some people can't shower. And yeah, that sounds gross. It sounds like they should be able to, but they just feel so bad that they can't stand long enough in one spot to take a shower. Brushing their hair, sometimes they go weeks. Sometimes they can't even change their clothes, and it's not because they're lazy. It's not because they don't want to. It's not because they're making an excuse. It's because they really can't. When someone feels that bad, it's not okay to just brush it off. Okay? All I want is to be listened to. And when people say things like, we're lazy, like, what we do doesn't matter, when people tell us, after we stick up for ourselves for once, that we're monsters, we're horrible people, it makes us hurt even more. And it's not okay. Okay? You guys want to know what being a coward is? What being a monster is? It's knowing that somebody's hurting. Somebody's afraid. Knowing that they can't function like you do and still treating them like everyone else. Still treating them like everything they do doesn't matter. And I know a lot of times people don't mean to treat us like this. But when you're depressed, when you're anxious, you take everything to heart. You take everything seriously. Sometimes someone could be joking, and you know how when you're friends with somebody, and you know, there's always that one friend that'll call you a piece of shit and all that. And I'm sorry for swearing, but it's an example. Well, sometimes when a depressed person is welcomed into a group and they don't know those people, they'll get offended easily. And they'll get really, really upset. Okay, guys, this is really serious. I cannot stress this enough. Bullying causes this, okay? Bullying, abuse, anything that isn't right causes this. It doesn't matter how bad you feel, how bad you were treated. It doesn't matter how badly they treat you because they don't mean to. When people are depressed and anxious, they don't mean to treat you badly, okay? They just want to help you because they don't want you to feel as bad as they do. And when you take it wrong, when you tell them that all they did was hurt you, that's being a bad person. Okay, if you can't sit there and listen to somebody who's hurting and listen to their side and understand them, then how do you expect anyone to ever do that for you? It is not okay to treat someone badly, ever. Especially not someone who's depressed and anxious, okay? I've seen it, it's real. My best friends, a lot of my best friends, all of my best friends have anxiety or depression, okay? I ordered my friend's drink for her when I went to Tim Hortons with her the one time for lunch because she was too anxious. Someone I've known since kindergarten has social anxiety. Okay, someone who used to be my best friend but now hates me is so depressed, so messed up that He thinks everyone wants to hurt him. And he's not understanding anyone else's side. Okay, and that's not okay. People shouldn't be treated like that. People shouldn't hurt that much that they throw away other people. A lot of us, we don't understand, okay? We don't understand how everyone else can be so happy, how everyone else gets treated so badly and still is happy, or how they are treated good when to us, all they are is bad. But I'm one of the few people that does. I try to understand everyone's side of the story, and I'm not saying I'm the only person. There's probably tons of people like me out there, but I try to understand people, okay? I understand everyone's side. If two of my best friends got into a fight right in front of me, I'd drop everything and I'd try to understand what they were going through. But you know what hurts more? When people say, you don't understand, you haven't been there. But it doesn't matter if you've been through different things. A different thing, something as little as someone taking your wallet. It may not matter to you, but to someone like me, someone depressed, someone anxious, it could be the end of their world. You know, in that it could be money for a treatment for their mother or something. You know, it's really hard to live like this. And when people don't congratulate you, don't make you feel better because they know that you're trying. When people tell you that you aren't trying, that you can't change, make you feel like that, let me tell you something, it's them. It's them that are hurting you, not you. So to everybody watching out there, if you're depressed, if you're anxious, if you're being bullied, abused, it's not your fault, okay? It's the people who are hurting you's fault. And not everybody who hurts people is a bad person. Not everybody who hurts people knows they're hurting people. Sometimes they could be hurting themselves so badly that they believe it's the right thing to do. And it's not. It's never okay. And those people you gotta be there for, no matter how badly they hurt you. You can't give up on them. Because all we want is for someone to understand, someone to stick by us through everything. Someone to be there, someone to know that when we're acting, it's an act and it's not real. Someone to believe us when no one else does. I thought I had that with two people. I've known the one since 6th grade. And guys, trust me, for someone like me, sensitive, depressed, anxious, understanding, it hurts more than anything when the two people you care about most leave you after knowing for years, for months, that you're hurting so much and you don't mean to hurt them, that all you want to do is help, because that's all we want to do. We want to help. When we're hurting, we want to help. And it comes out wrong, and it comes out sometimes as attacking, because some of us, we hurt so bad that we don't want to. And out of instinct, habit, we hurt people back. And that's not okay, but sometimes we feel like it's the only way to protect ourselves. Because a lot of the people who are depressed and anxious are the best people, were the best people before people hurt them, took advantage of them, left them, lied to them, betrayed them. And then they become a mess. They hurt people and they don't mean to. I'm not saying names, I'm not putting anyone on the spot, but these two people, even after they hurt me, they mean everything to me. I'm not giving up on them. So if somebody hurts you, even if it doesn't seem like they want to be okay, even if it doesn't seem like they want help, they do. Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants somebody. Everybody needs somebody. It doesn't matter what they say, how they act. Okay? Everybody just wants to be understood, listened to. Nobody wants to feel like this. So if you know somebody who's suffering depression, anxiety, PTSD, anything, you know somebody who's suffering, you be there, you listen, you understand. You don't betray them if they confide in you about somebody hurting. If you confide in them, or they confide in you about somebody hurting either one of you, okay? It's not okay to just talk to them, to just be around them. I know it's hard when you've been that person's friend. Okay, with my one friend, she's hanging out with somebody that I've known my whole life. And that girl I've known my whole life, she turned everyone against me. She made everyone believe that she wasn't being a bad person. And she is. You know, this is the type of person that lies, that controls, that manipulates. Okay, and I'm not saying that she isn't hurting too, but after telling my friend that I've known for since 6th grade that this girl has been hurting me for months, confiding in her, crying to her, she still went and she still said that she isn't like that. And she knows I'm not the type of person to lie, guys. The one thing you guys should know about me right now is that I'm not the type of person to lie about anything like this. If I care about somebody, if I tell you you're my best friend, you're my friend, I love you, that means I'll be there for you until the end. That means I'm not gonna lie to you about something like this, okay? So it hurt a lot when that girl that hurts everybody was chosen over me when I was trying to protect that other girl. And you know what? My guy best friend did the same thing. He helped me. They both helped me so much. Okay? I finally felt like a normal person. When you're depressed, when you're anxious, all you want to do is feel better. All you want to do is feel like you can do anything, is feel like it's gone. And you know what? It took me 3 years, but I felt like I was better, like it was gone. And it was because of my two best friends. It was. Okay, to find two people that you care about so much that everything else didn't matter as much. To find two people that helped you so much that you got better. That's everything to people like us. But when they leave, when they decide that they're done trying to understand you, done trying to be there, when they decide that somebody else is better than you, after you've done everything for them and nothing for yourself, every time, you know, when you do everything for everybody else and everybody leaves you, it hurts more than anything. Okay, it doesn't matter how they leave you. It doesn't matter what they do to you. If somebody hurts you, if people hurt you over and over after all you do is for them, it leaves a mark. It makes you afraid to talk to people. It makes you afraid to leave your house. It makes you afraid to smile, to do the thing you love most. For me, it's singing. Guys, I haven't sung in 4 days, and for me, that's a lot because I haven't went a day without singing in my life. For me to feel so bad that I couldn't sing, that's when I knew that the whole reason I was hurting, it wasn't worth it. You guys gotta know when something's worth it and when something isn't. And yes, when you love people, you shouldn't let them go. But when you've done everything you can, everything you can think of, when other people have tried to help you be listened to, be heard, when you've even given space, when you've even offered to sit down and listen, and they still won't see your side, after you've done everything for them, it's time to do something for yourself. And I know when you're selfless, it's hard. Because you don't know how. You know, if you're like me and you've done everything for everyone else for 15 years. Yeah, I'm 15. When you've done everything for everyone else for 15 years, you kind of don't know how to do anything for yourself. Guys, I was the type of girl that before high school, kindergarten, 4th grade, I wouldn't stand up for myself at all. Somebody picked on me, I'd be quiet. I wouldn't say anything. I'd push it to the back of my head and I'd make myself believe it didn't hurt. I even got physically hurt by people because I wouldn't fight back. That wasn't me. But when somebody would make fun of my friends, I'd stand up for them, even if that person threatened me. So when I moved schools in 5th grade and everybody picked on my friends, I decided enough was enough. I'm going to stand up for people. I'm going to stop being that girl that was walked all over. But you know what? When you're nice, when you're understanding, when you're really caring, it's hard to not let people walk all over you. I thought I wasn't being walked all over for years, but I was. Because every time someone I thought of as my friend would get in a fight with me, I'd forgive it right away. I'd forget it right away, but they never did. You know what made me realize that? My guy best friend. We'd get in fights, and he wouldn't let me apologize. He wouldn't. He'd say it was okay, that he'd forget about it, so I forgot about it. I didn't bring it up. I thought it was okay, and I didn't stop what I was doing because I thought he meant that it didn't hurt him. But then when he exploded, when I was finally better, when he exploded and he couldn't take it anymore and he couldn't lie to me anymore, because he didn't understand what I was trying to do, because he didn't understand that telling someone what they do wrong. Look, I know a lot of you think that when you do something wrong, you know about it. You always know about it, and when someone does something wrong, they should always know about it, but that's not it. Okay? When someone's depressed, anxious, when someone has a mental health disorder, sometimes they mean to help. They mean to make you happy, to make you smile, to protect you, but it comes out as the complete opposite. And they don't know they're doing something wrong. So when you tell them that it's okay, and they actually believe you, it's because they care about you so much that they trust you, and it's hard to trust somebody. It's hard. When everybody lets you down, it's hard. So when you finally find 2 people you trust with everything and you believe them, that's everything. So when my friend told me that it was okay, that I wasn't hurting him, I believed him. I did. When he said he'd always be there, when they both said they'd always be there, I believed them. But you know what? Like everyone else, they left. And me personally, I won't get over that. Because they still mean everything to me. What people do for us, the good things, the bad things, we remember it. We remember it all. But when you feel as bad as we do, you feel like every bad thing that happens is just karma for something you did without thinking, without realizing, without meaning to. You feel like you deserve it. You feel like you're never gonna get anything good. You're never gonna be better because every time you are, it's gone. Okay, guys, I understand. Doesn't matter your background, you're depressed, you're anxious, I understand you. It's not okay to treat people bad, to make them feel so bad that their only way out in their head is to not live. There were so many times I thought of hurting myself. 3 years ago, actually. Because something happened and finally I realized I was hurting. But you know what? My girl best friend, she got me through that. She didn't know how badly I was hurting. I didn't tell her everything. I didn't go on every time, go on Facebook, go on Messenger. I didn't tell her every time I was hurting, that I was upset. You know what I'd do? When I thought of ending my life, when I thought nobody cared, when I thought I was in a hole I couldn't get out of, I thought of her. I thought, she cares. Someone cares. And it's her. And she's not gonna leave. That got me by for 2 years. And then I met the guy best friend last year, 9th grade. I was depressed. Okay? I may have had a reason to live, but I didn't have a reason to try. He gave me that. But you know what? This year, when someone ruined it, the girl I thought of as a sister decided she was gonna hurt me. She was gonna make everybody hate me by pretending she's not the type of person to hurt people. And they left, and they chose her over me. Guys, I'm not the one to make people choose. But when you sit there for months and you tell people how this person is, you know, how somebody you've known your entire life is, and you're not the type of person to lie about someone you think of as family, and they know that, and they still turn around, they talk to her, and they still say that she's a good person, that you're the one lying, that's on them. That's them wanting someone to be a good person so much that they don't see they threw away someone good. And it took me 6 months to realize that. Usually, it'll take me more than that. Sometimes it takes me years to get over something, and I'm still not over it, but I realize now that I don't deserve this. And none of you do either. No one deserves to be unhappy because of other people. If somebody is hurting you and they won't listen to you, if someone calls you their best friend, if someone calls you family, and then they turn around and they hurt you and they betray you and they backstab you and they leave you, it's one of two things. Either A, they're hurting so bad, they're afraid. They're afraid that once you get too close, you'll leave. You'll be terrified and you'll leave. Or B, they're so naive, they're so damaged, they're hurting so badly that they'd rather hurt someone else that tried to help them. They'd rather not listen to someone that told them the truth over someone that's lying. Sometimes it's hard to see a liar because the people that hurt other people, a lot of them are really, really good at deceiving, really good at lying. They'll pretend that they care. All of a sudden, they'll start hanging out with you. They'll start talking to you. Act like they're your best friend. When you're in a fight with someone they don't like, they'll be there and they'll pick up the pieces because that's what they want. Okay, they want you to turn against the person that they don't like. So as soon as you're in a fight with them, they're sitting there and they're picking up the pieces. But you know what? As soon as you stop talking to that person, as soon as you stop hanging out with them, looking at them, guess what? Person like that, they keep their distance after that. Because if they're around you all the time after that, you'll be on to them. You'll see their game that they're playing, and then they'll lose power. That's all they want is power. So if somebody tells you that the person you're hanging around If someone you've known for years, maybe even months, if someone you know wouldn't lie to you about that stuff, tells you that the person that you are hanging around with, the person that started talking to you, the person that just started to decide they're your friend, isn't really your friend, you listen. Because when someone who's depressed and anxious, they tell you that, guess what? They're not making it up. They're not just seeing that, okay? We don't say that stuff unless we know it's true. We don't. Because our head tells us that about everything. But if we have undeniable proof, our own eyes, our own ears, someone that we've known since 4th grade telling us this person isn't the right person to be around anybody, guess what? It's the truth. So for all you bullies out there, all you guys thinking that depression and anxiety isn't a real thing, all you guys thinking it's okay to pick on the lonely kid, to pick on someone who's smaller than you because you're hurting, for all of those people who think they're hurting so badly, they're so alone that it's okay to hurt somebody else, it's not. And for all you people that feel alone, for all of you people that put on a fake smile and pretend to be okay and try so hard every day to be a person, to be okay, you're doing a good job. Okay, even if it's just brushing your hair once a week, even if it's just brushing your teeth once a month, taking a shower, even if it's just getting up in the morning. Good job. Okay? Good job. You deserve the good things. Everybody deserves to be treated good. Nobody deserves to be treated badly, no matter how bad they treat other people. So if somebody is treating you bad, you figure out what is wrong with them. And you know what? If they just like treating people badly because it's fun, then they aren't worth it. They aren't. So when you find somebody that's hurting and they put all of their trust in you and they don't lie to you and they listen to you and they get better because of you, you don't ditch them. No matter how somebody else looks to you, you don't ditch them. You don't make them feel bad, okay? Ever. Because that makes you the monster. When somebody admits what they did to you, and you won't admit what you did to them, and you won't understand their side, you're the monster. Okay? Monsters are real. And people are monsters. Not everybody, but the people who don't understand, the people that hurt. Even though they've been there themselves, they're the monsters. The ones who promise they'd be there for you through anything, they'd listen to you when you need them most, and aren't because somebody else is better, they're the monsters. Don't be that person. You see someone alone, sitting alone, walking alone, someone being picked on, you stand up for them, you go over to them and you say hi. You see somebody crying, you ask them what's wrong. You see somebody picking on somebody else. Doesn't matter what the reason, you try and figure out why they're so upset. Don't ever hurt somebody if you don't know them. Don't ever say bad things about somebody if you don't know 100% that it's true. If you are friends with somebody and have been for years, you think of them as family, and you haven't seen them for years, there's a good chance they changed. Okay, that's what happened with me and the girl I've known my entire life. She didn't change, but I did. She couldn't see that. But I knew she didn't change, and I tried to tell people, and they didn't believe me. But you know what? People are starting to realize that I was right. It's hard to let go of people you care about more than anything. But sometimes you gotta do it. Because if you ever want to get better, you gotta let go of the things that hurt you. You're not alone, okay? You don't deserve to feel bad. You don't deserve to be treated badly. And you're gonna be okay. So for everybody that's hurting the way I am, the way many other people are, you're a good person. Don't you ever forget that. Don't you ever forget that, okay? No matter what people tell you you are, don't you ever forget who you really are. Don't you ever let any of your feelings, anything stand in the way of you being the best person you can be. Don't you ever stoop to their level. Don't give up. I hope that the people who watch this know that every word of it is true. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Okay? I'm not doing this for likes. Like I said, not for likes, not for subscribes, not for money, not for attention. I'm doing this to be heard, to make people happy, to put smiles on people's faces that never smile, because everybody deserves to be happy, to smile, to feel comfortable enough to be them. So you know what? If you want to like, subscribe, go ahead. But I don't care. And whenever you guys are having trouble figuring out what to do, you watch this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful life. And I'll see you in my next cover video. Any suggestions for covers for other videos? Put them in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.